So this will be chapter 12. Okay. For chapter 12, respiration, you have 3 subtopics lah. Okay. The first subtopic is respiration itself lah. So you need to know how to define. Respiration is actually the chemical reaction that involves the breakdown of nutrient molecules to reduce energy. So first point, chemical reaction. Second point, breakdown of nutrient molecules, which is glucose lah. So you can straight away write breakdown of glucose also. And then to release energy is of your third point. Okay. And then after that, uses of energy in living organisms. Why do we need to perform respiration to release energy? What's the point of releasing this energy lah? So these are the uses lah. So for muscle contraction, protein synthesis, cell division, active transport, this one is related to chapter 3. Growth, you already learned it in chapter 1. But then I think you'll be relearning it in future chapters, if not mistaken. Let me check. I think it should be with the reproduction chapter. And then after that, passage of neuron impulses, this one is chapter 14, coordination and response. And then after that, maintenance of constant body temperature, should be chapter 14 also lah. Okay, effect of temperature on respiration rate. Okay, this one is related to chapter 5, enzymes lah. Why? Because respiration is an enzyme controlled reaction. You need enzyme for you to control the reaction, the rate of respiration lah. So when the temperature increase, rate of respiration will increase also. But it is unlikely to work faster beyond 40 degrees Celsius, because after that the enzymes will start to denature. So this one is for 12.1 lah. 12.2, still easy. Aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, 3 points again. You need to know how to define lah. Complete breakdown of glucose, and then presence of oxygen to release large amount of energy. Okay, this one is the word equation and the chemical equation. You also need to know how to write because 3 marks for, they can give you maximum 3 marks for each equation. So this one, glucose and oxygen, and then they have to, this reaction is in the mitochondria, so you have to write mitochondria to form carbon dioxide and water. Okay, for chemical reaction, glucose is C6H12O6 law. This one you need to know. And then after that, O2, CO2, H2O, this one is common one lah. After that, you need to know how to balance the equation lah. So just add 6 to all the other 3. And then that's it. Remember to write the mitochondria, and then you get 3 marks. Okay, this one is for aerobic respiration. After that, anaerobic is the longest part lah. Yeah. So for this one, anaerobic actually means no. So anaerobic means no for what? No oxygen supply. Actually this one is absent of oxygen so there is no oxygen supply. So amount of energy produced will be lower also. So this one is straight away the definition already. Incomplete breakdown of glucose in the absence of oxygen to release small amount of energy. Okay, and then after that you have 2 law. One in animal cell and one in yeast. So for animal cell it's mostly in muscle cells lah, because we will do vigorous exercise ma. So if during vigorous exercise the oxygen supplies will not be enough law, not sufficient. So only then they will perform this anaerobic respiration. Okay, for muscles, this one the word equation also you need to know lah. Glucose straight away to lactic acid. Lactic acid they will build up in muscle cells, and then in blood also during vigorous exercise. and then this will cause oxygen debt lor. Okay, the lactic acid is from the mitochondria because not in mitochondria, in the cell. But why suddenly in the cell and then suddenly in the blood? Because lactic acid they will diffuse into the blood lor, via which kind of transportations, which kind of movement? Diffusion lor, and then carried by blood plasma. Okay, so if there's oxygen debt means not enough oxygen supply so how should we repay this? This one quite popular also this question. So lactic acid diffuses into blood and then transport to liver Okay, and then second point, faster heart rate. This is to transport lactic acid in blood from muscle to liver so that they can move to liver faster, and then deeper and faster breathing is to supply more oxygen for aerobic respiration of lactic acid. Okay, this aerobic respiration of lactic acid occurs in liver. That's why lactic acid has to be transported to liver faster. And then after that, liver cells, they oxidize this lactic acid through aerobic respiration. And then last point you need to write is repaying oxygen debt. Okay, so this is all for the anaerobic respiration for muscle cells. This is more simpler. Just glucose to ethanol and carbon dioxide. But this one you need to know the chemical equation. Glucose is still C6H12O6. And then after that, ethanol. This one for organic chemistry you will learn So this one is C2H5OH. And then after that, 2 carbon dioxide. So this one to balance it just add 2 to ethanol and carbon dioxide. And then you need to know about the uses of yeast, of yeast for the aerobic respiration. So there's 2 uses. One is bread making, because the carbon dioxide produced they will help the dough to rise up and then brewing to make beer because ethanol So lastly the differences between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Oxygen is needed for aerobic and then not needed in anaerobic. And then after that, glucose breakdown, complete for aerobic, incomplete for anaerobic. Products for aerobic respiration is carbon dioxide and water. And then actually plus energy also and then large amount of energy. Anaerobic, animal cells is lactic acid. For yeast, carbon dioxide and ethanol. And then less energy is produced. So that's all for chapter 12. And then see you next time and good luck for your exams.